Buongiorno, everybody.
This stunning Israeli first conquered the world with her beauty and then with her talent. While she doesn't have many film roles, the ones she does have are incredibly striking. Off-screen, she's just as busy. Producing, business, family, activism, and philanthropy. She handles it all like a real superhero. Gal Gadot is one of Hollywood's highest-paid stars, having played Wonder Woman in the DC Universe films. Who could she have become if not for acting? How did she win the Miss Israel crown? And how did military service influence her career? We'll explore this and much more in our new video. Let's begin. Gal Gadot, from soldier to Wonder Woman.
Oh, I don't think you've ever known a woman like me.
Gal Gadot was born on April 30th, 1985, in Petah Tikva, a city in central Israel. In Hebrew, her first name means wave, and her last name translates to riverbank. The actress has a younger sister named Dana. Their father, Michael Greenstein, who later changed his last name to Gadot, worked as an engineer, while their mother, Irit Weiss, was a physical education teacher. Her maternal grandparents were born in Europe. During World War II, her grandfather, Abraham Weiss, was imprisoned in the Auschwitz concentration camp and survived the Holocaust, while her grandmother emigrated before the war began. Other ancestors of hers came from Belarus, Lithuania, Russia, Poland, Austria, and Germany. Shortly after the future actress was born, her family moved to the nearby city of Rosh Hayim, so most of her childhood memories are tied to this town. Gal grew up in a strict Jewish family, but due to her mother's profession, she was a very active and athletic child. She played volleyball, tennis, basketball, was a high jumper, and for 12 years, she had been practicing various styles of dance. I even thought I'd become a choreographer, but I never planned to be an actress. Fate is fate, Gal Gadot admitted in one of her interviews. She attended a high school in her town with a focus on biology, and after classes, she honed her choreography skills at a dance studio. Since Jewish high schools in Israel often take their students on trips to Holocaust memorials, Gal traveled to Poland to learn more about Auschwitz and Majdanek. After returning home, she felt more mature and cried together with her grandfather, reflecting on his life journey. While still in high school, Gadot worked part-time at a local Burger King and also babysat children. Soon, her striking appearance caught the attention of casting managers from modeling agencies. In 2004, one of them suggested the 18-year-old apply for the Miss Israel beauty pageant. She did so, but only for fun. And, as often happens in such cases, she unexpectedly won. "I was in shock when they put the crown on me," Gal remarked about this achievement. That same year, she participated in the Miss Universe pageant, held in Ecuador, although she didn't make it to the finals. Nonetheless, the beauty did not go unnoticed. She received offers to appear in both Israeli and European films and advertisements, as well as to do photo shoots for fashion magazines. Since military service is mandatory for both men and women in Israel, Gadot joined the Israel Defense Forces at 20 for her 2-year service as a combat trainer. Most of her time in the Army was spent teaching gymnastics. In later interviews, she shared that she was never in the field or involved in dangerous activities. She was mostly in the gym training soldiers. She knew how to handle and use weapons, but she never had to apply those skills in real situations. During her service, she achieved the rank of sergeant. However, her military years brought her great benefits, albeit in an unexpected way. In 2007, through an initiative by Israel's Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Gal Gadot was featured in Maxim magazine in an article titled "The Chosen Ones, the Israeli Defense Forces." The publication explored the question, are the women of the Israeli army the sexiest soldiers in the world? She also participated in a photo shoot, where she posed in an elegant bikini and high heels. Her portrait even graced the covers of the New York Post and Cosmopolitan. The campaign sparked some controversy, but the men's magazine editors, one might say, fell in love with Gal's beauty. On a side note, Gadot has modeled for renowned brands such as Vinevera, Gucci, Jaguar Cars, and Captain Morgan. She was also the lead model for the Israeli clothing brand Castro and appeared on the covers of various international magazines. Around that time, the future movie star also appeared in the Israeli dramatic TV series Bubot. After her demobilization, she enrolled at the IDC Herzliya, a private interdisciplinary college, to study law and international relations. Alongside her studies, she focused on her acting career and personal life. In 2008, during the Jewish holiday of Hanukkah, the heroine of our story participated in the annual Israeli children's musical show Tfos Tev Festival, where she performed as Ariel, the Little Mermaid. However, the most significant event of that year for Gadot was her wedding. She married Israeli real estate developer Yaron Varsano. It's known that the actress is 10 years younger than her husband. They met in 2006 at a very strange party in the Israeli desert. The event involved yoga, chakras, and healthy eating. We didn't exactly find ourselves there, but we found each other. Gal described their fateful encounter. At the beginning of her acting career, our heroine auditioned for the role of a Bond girl in the spy movie Quantum of Solace, starring Daniel Craig. In the end, the role went to Ukrainian actress Olga Kurilenko, but Gadot was invited to other auditions. This led to her first notable role in the 2009 action film Fast and Furious 4. In her opinion, she owes this success to her military experience and combat skills, which allowed her to perform many of the stunts in the film herself. Even back then, Gal spoke about the importance of portraying strong women on screen and took pride in her character in Fast and Furious.
Are you one of those boys who prefers cars to women?
I'm one of those boys that appreciates a fine body regardless of the make.
That same year, the Israeli native appeared in 3 episodes of the American teen drama The Beautiful Life, but the show was canceled due to low ratings. She also guest starred in an episode of the HBO series Entourage. In 2010, she had small roles in the adventure comedies Date Night and Night and Day.
Life can be funny, isn't it? The paths we take. Lovers and friends. Lost in fun.
In 2011, she returned to the Fast and Furious franchise. She also appeared in a TV series on Israeli television. In November, Gal became a mother for the first time. She and her husband welcomed a baby girl, whom they named Alma. It's known that before this, the actress was offered the role of Farah in the superhero action film Man of Steel, but she declined due to her pregnancy. While the new mom was recovering after giving birth, Israeli TV viewers could see her in the series Kathmandu. In 2013, the former Miss Israel delighted her fans once again with her appearance in Fast and Furious 6.
You look like a man who likes it rough. My friend here can give you heights of pain you've never experienced before.
That same year, it was reported that Gadot's annual earnings from acting and modeling amounted to 2,400,000 Israeli shekels, or about $650,000. Gal was considered for the role of Nebula in Guardians of the Galaxy 2014, but she ended up starring in the Israeli comedy Kicking Out Shoshana. Alongside her acting career, she also worked diligently in the business world. After filming Fast and Furious, she and her husband bought a boutique hotel in Tel Aviv, and being a hands-on owner, she even changed the bed linens in the rooms herself. Additionally, the actress helped her husband manage the family business. However, in 2015, the couple sold the hotel to Russian businessman Roman Abramovich for $26 million. Gal then starred alongside Ben and Casey Affleck in 2 films released in 2016, 999 and Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. In the latter, Gal played Wonder Woman for the first time, becoming the first non-American actress to portray the role.
The other night you took something that doesn't belong to you. Stealing's not polite.
Is it stealing if you steal from another thief?
Interestingly, Gal originally thought she was auditioning for Catwoman, as that was the level of secrecy surrounding the production. During the audition process, Gal and the other candidates were seated in separate trailers and told to wait to be called to the set. For her, the wait was agonizing, but she played Beyoncé's track Run the World Girls, started dancing, and her anxiety disappeared. For her work in Batman v Superman, she was paid $300,000. Prior to filming, Gal trained rigorously for 6 months, working out 6 hours a day and eating a diet of green vegetables and protein. She engaged in horseback riding, combat choreography, and gym sessions, which made her stronger and improved her posture. She also had to learn capoeira, kickboxing, kung fu, fencing, and Brazilian jiu-jitsu. Shortly after the casting announcement, Gadot faced backlash from some DC Comics fans. Critics claimed that her body didn't meet the supposed standards for the fictional Amazons. One of the main comments focused on the actress's supposedly insufficient bust size, to which she cleverly responded that Amazons, in fact, historically had only one breast, so following that standard would have been problematic. In 2016, the UN honored Gal by naming her an honorary ambassador for the empowerment of women and girls due to her role as Wonder Woman. However, members of the organization later expressed opposition to this decision, arguing that the character actually objectifies women rather than empowering them. Gal then appeared in the crime thriller Criminal, playing the wife of Ryan Reynolds' character. The year wrapped up with the action comedy Keeping Up with the Joneses, in which she played a secret agent.
Oh my God! Look at that! Maybe I should show you how to throw like a girl.
At the beginning of 2017, Gal Gadot starred alongside Jason Statham in a commercial for the cloud platform Wix.com during the Super Bowl, which looked more like an action film. That same year, she starred in the solo film Wonder Woman, which earned her a Saturn Award for Best Film Actress, as well as an MTV Award for Best Fight.
So you cannot sleep with me unless I marry you.
I'll sleep with you if you want. I'll sleep right there.
There's plenty of room.
Then fine, if you don't mind, I'll
No, it's up to you. I'm just
I
trying.
know it's up to me. I'm making the choice. I'll come sleep with you.
Okay.
Interestingly, director Patty Jenkins initially had doubts about casting Gadot in the lead role. However, after meeting her on set, Jenkins completely changed her mind, impressed by Gal's talent, work ethic, and kind nature. It took the actress 9 months to prepare for filming, during which she gained nearly 18 pounds, about 8 kilograms, of muscle mass. For Wonder Woman, Gal was paid only $300,000, a figure that sparked controversy as Gadot earned significantly less than male actors who also portrayed superheroes. Even Robert Downey Jr., who had tarnished his reputation due to substance abuse, earned more for his first Iron Man, specifically $500,000. Some scenes, including stunts performed by the lead character, had to be reshot when Gadot was 6 months pregnant. Additionally, the film is banned in Lebanon because the lead role is played by an Israeli actress who served in the Israeli army, and the two countries are officially in a state of hostility. Meanwhile, Gal reprised her iconic role in Justice League, which hit theaters in November and became her third film in the DC Extended Universe. In March of that same year, she gave birth to her second child, a daughter named Maya. In 2018, Gadot voiced the character Shank in the animated film Ralph Breaks the Internet and played herself in an episode of the iconic animated series The Simpsons. She also appeared in the music video for Maroon 5's song Girls Like You. Meanwhile, Time magazine included the Hollywood star in its list of the 100 most influential people in the world, and Forbes ranked her 10th among the highest paid actresses with an annual income of $10 million. This was largely due to her earnings from advertising deals. The star of our story became an ambassador for several major brands, including the cosmetics company Revlon, the sportswear brand Reebok, and Huawei smartphones. In October 2019, Gal and her husband founded the production company Pilot Wave, and shortly after, she announced that she would both star in and co-produce a biographical miniseries about actress and inventor Hedy Lamarr. This project is currently in the pre-production stage. Additionally, the star began working as a producer on the historical film Irina Sendler, in which she will portray a Polish activist born in Israel who saved Jewish children during World War II. Moreover, the creative couple started working on their first documentary series about women who have made a significant impact on the world. The project, titled Impact, was created in collaboration with National Geographic and premiered in 2021. In 2019, Gal also appeared as herself in the comedy film Between Two Ferns, a spin-off of the web series of the same name. Meanwhile, Gal starred in commercials for Bolon Eyewear and replaced Jennifer Aniston as the brand ambassador for Smartwater. Forbes ranked her as the third highest paid actress in the world, with an annual income of $31,500,000. During this period, Gadot also participated in various online events, promoted her projects, helped those in need, and spent time with her family. In 2021, Gal starred alongside Dwayne Johnson and Ryan Reynolds in the action comedy Red Notice. The film had a limited theatrical release in the US on November 5th, followed by a wider release on Netflix just a few days later. Although the movie was a commercial success, it was panned by critics.
Yeah, dipdick.
It's so nice to finally meet you, Mr. Booth. Such a thrill to be face to face with the second best art thief in the world.
Oh, well,
For her role in Red Notice, Gal earned a massive paycheck of $20 million, making her one of the highest paid actresses in the world. The estimated production budget of the film ranged between $160 million and $200 million, making it the most expensive film in Netflix's history. In June, Gal gave birth to her third child, a daughter named Daniela, and the following year, she presented the mystery film Death on the Nile.
How do I look?
Like $1 million. Make that 2 million.
Oh, my wedding gift from Simon.
Yes, paid for with her account, so hardly her gift to her via me.
In 2023, Gadot made cameo appearances as Wonder Woman in the superhero films Shazam, Fury of the Gods, and Flash. She also returned to the Fast and Furious franchise in its 10th installment. In all of these cases, her appearances were so brief that she wasn't credited in the end titles. Later that year, she played the lead role of a double agent in the Netflix action film Heart of Stone.
What did you do when I left you up there?
Hid in the toilets. What? You said stay out of sight.
True. All right. Leave her alone.
And received an award for her charitable work aimed at helping Israelis. A proud patriot, Gal never shies away from the events happening in Israel. She admits that she enjoys sharing stories about her homeland and its religion, hoping to leave people with a positive impression of Israel. In the spring, the star appeared in a new ad for the jewelry house Tiffany & Company, drawing inspiration from the classic style of British actress Audrey Hepburn in the film Breakfast at Tiffany's. Interestingly, she became only the fourth woman ever to wear the iconic Tiffany diamond, weighing 128.54 carats, when she appeared in it in the movie Death on the Nile. In March 2024, Gal gave birth to her fourth daughter, named Ori, which means my light in Hebrew. However, the actress has no plans of stepping away from the screen. It is expected that this year she will appear in the crime thriller In the Hand of Dante, currently in post-production, as well as in the upcoming fantasy musical Snow White, a live-action adaptation of Disney's 1937 animated film Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, where Gal will play the evil queen. It has also been announced that the star will produce and take the lead role in a remake of Alfred Hitchcock's To Catch a Thief. Meanwhile, she is filming the sequel to the action movie Red Notice and plans to delight her fans soon with an appearance in Wonder Woman 3. And that's not to mention the numerous other projects from her production company. With such a work ethic, Gal has amassed a fortune of $40 million and, along with her husband, owns several properties. In December 2020, Gal and Yaron purchased a $5 million oceanfront penthouse in Malibu, part of a gated block complex. The total area of the home is 2,000 square feet. The apartment features 2 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, a small but functional kitchen, and a living room with a large fireplace. The space is decorated with wooden cabinets and granite countertops. In the dining area, there is a wooden table with a unique and beautiful mirror on the wall. The interior is done in light tones, with white walls and wheat-colored parquet flooring. The apartment is filled with natural light thanks to panoramic windows. There's also a spacious tiled balcony with stunning views of the ocean. The couple also owns property in Los Angeles, in the Beverly Crest area of the Hollywood Hills. It's known that the house, with a size of almost 4,000 square feet, was purchased in 2016 for nearly $6 million, and its value continues to rise. The mansion is perched on a cliff, offering picturesque views. It has also been reported that Gadot and her family own a home in her native Israel, although no photos of the property are publicly available. Now, let's take a look at the actress's impressive car collection. The enchanting Wonder Woman loves sports cars, and the Jaguar F-Type is one of her favorites. She also owns a Tesla Model X SUV, a BMW X5M, a Mini Cooper S hatchback, and a massive Cadillac Escalade. Additionally, her collection includes another Jaguar, the XJ model, as well as an all-wheel drive Range Rover Biography, a sporty Nissan 370Z, a Mercedes-Benz GLB class, and a Porsche 718 Boxster. Gal is also known for her love of motorcycles. She was once spotted riding a Ducati Monster S2R in a black leather jacket and helmet. Her skill in riding was apparent in Fast and Furious, where she even performed some of her own stunts. However, motherhood has led her to step away from this part of her life. The actress has admitted that she sustained injuries on set, resulting in 2 herniated discs in her neck and 2 in her lower spine. However, this hasn't stopped her from practicing yoga regularly to improve flexibility, reduce stress, and enhance her overall physical and mental well-being. As a busy mother, Gal also practices meditation and ensures she takes time for rest and recovery. Her diet is rich in fresh vegetables and fruits. She avoids alcohol and sodas, opting instead for vitamin smoothies and fresh juices. And she avoids eating late at night while drinking plenty of water throughout the day. Gal names American Beauty by Sam Mendes and Fight Club by David Fincher as her favorite films. She also loves spending time with her husband, both at home and at work. And if they are ever apart, they reportedly call each other up to 10 times a day.
Bye. Don't miss me too much.
Do you like Gal Gadot? How do you feel about her portrayal of Wonder Woman? Share your thoughts in the comments.